to the Generational Gamer. Look what arrived today. This is a fancy little adapter that gets plugged in here. Now you can get them up to 4 ports. I only chose to get 1 because honestly I only have 2 of these little adapters and I didn't want to buy more. But this little thing is kind of cool. So what it does is it transcodes an 8BitDo. So you know that 8BitDo released this one first for the Switch and this one later for the PlayStation Classic. There's not a whole lot of difference in them after you update the firmware. So I'm just going to use this one, but I can show you this is the one that Tek Nemesis actually talks about using it with. And you know what? I think I may need to try this Kaiko one as well. But it transcodes your signal for any compatible controller into something that the original Xbox can understand. Now, I've tested it already and it seems pretty cool. This is a 3D printed case. You can get it so it goes inside the Xbox, but I didn't want to take it apart for that. Now, I've already taken this Xbox apart, but that was because I bought it used and I wanted to make sure there are no bugs in it. So, that brings me to another video that I'll be doing in the very near future. Let's see how this thing performs. Now, I've already done videos on this, and I like this. I typically use it on my Switch. And you're capable of playing an Xbox 360 controller, pretty much any of the 8BitDo controllers. You're able to play Xbox One controllers, which is what I have it connected to right now. And of course you're able to use the PlayStation 4 without external devices, or you can use a PS3 controller, but you have to connect to a computer first in order to make it work. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a neat little thing. Now when I opened it, I did notice that this is nothing more than a sticker. I did notice that this sticker was actually sitting in the bag next to it and not connected. This thing itself doesn't do a whole lot more than read that into that. But that's the genius of it. All it needs to do is turn this into a USB port. Now, I'm sure one might ask, well, why not just use a USB adapter? That's a good question. Maybe we should try it. Okay, so I am actually checking the USB to this thing. And as you can see, it's got a solid light. This has a solid light, but it's not working. Just so you know. For starters, this thing needs to be on. Hold the sync button, it'll start blinky blinky. And then on this one, hold the button, it'll blinky blinky. And now it's in pairing mode. I'm gonna push this button. Yep, it just found it. And now it's synced. Let us take a look at this. So, hopefully you can see my hand. We're gonna hit the start button. Yep, press start. We're going to move around. So I want to show that everything functions as it's supposed to. You know what? We're going to play Astro Smash because that's due to come out on the Amico. Let's see. So we're going to... That's hyperspace. So just so you know, this is the black button. This is the white button. This is back. This is forward. Okay? So just so you know the layout. Again, the bumpers are white and black buttons respectively. Triggers are the triggers. And then back and forward. So, let us try the game, shall we? If I can remember the damn controls. There we go, I got auto on there now. We're good. I think the analog stick even works on here. So that's proof positive that it works. I love the fact that it is wireless. I mean, who doesn't love a wireless controller in 2020 on a game console that came out in 2003? It was a different world back then. So I can't think of anything better than to play a game that came out 20 years before that. Alright, hyperspace. Haha! Gotcha! Ah, damn it. Oh, and Rumble is working. Look, you see the whole thing just vibrated more than... You know what, I'm going to skip that analogy. But overall, it's pretty good. Pretty sweet. What do you think? Now, a couple little things to note. I found out that... Ooh, cool, I got to the blue. I found out that if you let the controller sit, and you don't play with it, again, don't read too much into that, it will go to sleep, and I actually had to resync the controller. That is probably the worst thing that I've had so far. You can get this device with up to 4 controllers. I think it's an additional $5 or $10 per controller port. I don't know that many people, so I really don't give a crap. One was fine. I paid for this out of my own pocket. It's a company in Canada. It's a small company called Tek Nemesis. So you can't go wrong with that. Anyway, all in all, I'm pleased with it. And I got one other thing that I'm going to actually start in another video. But I'm going to show it right here, okay? So make sure, if you like this type of thing, I'm always looking for modern technology for retro games. So if you're interested in this type of thing, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join the generational gamer. Alright, my voice is over. Let us take a look at the other things that I got. How about that? So, this is something else I ordered from him. Now, you can't see it with my big-ass hands in the way. You know what this is? These are feet for the bottom of the Xbox. This is the part that goes against the system, and then you put a screw in here, which is great because if you've never taken apart an Xbox before, you'll know that the feet are one of the requirements in order to get into the system. Now, I bought mine used, so the first thing I did was make sure there were no little creepy crawlers in there because that irritates the crap out of me. In any case, we're going to do a video on this separately with the installation, so that's about it on this one. So if you're interested in that type of thing, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join Generational Gamer. Generations out. If you got this far, you probably liked the video. Well, how about checking out some of these other ones? And if you like them too, please subscribe. Have a good one.